I like how interactive it is.
It's more exciting.
It's easier to revise and to edit your work.
It's fun to do homework when you have it electronically.
This curriculum allows all students to be successful. Not only is it engaging because of the technology, but they're truly building it with the Common Core in mind. Instead of using old textbooks or even chapter books that are in the book room at school, they're picking the right pieces of writing, current, some classics, but exactly what aligns with the Common Core.
We were reading A Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, and we're supposed to think about the perspective and the words in it.
We study The Telltale Heart by Poe. As a teacher, I can lead them through specific pieces of text and really doing a close reading. We end up asking them to do a storyboard, both from the narrator's perspective and the reader's perspective, and about that time a light bulb goes off.
Whenever I think about a paragraph, I always try to picture it in my head, and to some people that comes out blurry, so when you actually see the picture right in front of you, it helps you a lot to understand.
It's basically a sneaky way to get them to reread the text over and over and over again because it's difficult. But this curriculum asks the right questions in the right order, so by the end, the students are discovering the meaning for themselves, and they're discovering it at a much deeper level than had we been looking at it in a textbook.
The text that the students read was quite rigorous, above their grade level, but because they were closed reading and they had those tools available, they were successful.
Just yesterday, I had a student come up to me right before lunch. She was really excited. She was like, look what I've read, and that book I started yesterday, I finished last night. I'm seeing a lot more reading, especially from a student who doesn't always choose to do that on her own.
Before, I just didn't write that much, but now I write a lot.
By the time we get to the writing, they feel like they have such a good understanding that they're ready to go. In fact, they get kind of angry when I push eyes up and make them stop, which I think at any point makes the teacher really happy, where you have to say, you have to stop reading, you have to stop writing.
If a student is struggling, you can notice that as you're walking around the classroom, and you can say, hey, why did you put this? What do you think? And they just backspace. They don't have to take that eraser and erase the whole page. Just the paper not looking the same can defeat them sometimes. That is positive for them, and having that feedback right then. Your feedback and your suggestions are in a little bubble box, and they're looking at that box, and I think they're kind of excited to fix it. They want to make it look beautiful and then to show it to you again.
They're engaged in writing, they're engaged in reading. They can tap on words and the reader will tell them the definition. They can highlight, they can annotate, and they are completely engaged. But it doesn't take away from what a good teacher does. We're still looking up, we're turning and talking with our peers, and they're even more animated to talk about what they're reading and writing.